All right. Here it is. This is episode 69. Okay. Welcome, and please make a note of it. Episode 69 is here. I'm Trey the Choklit Jok.
I'm Alexx Dupri.
And this is Trey and Alex. As I said, episode 69 is here. Okay. Don't be confused by other episodes that had different titles. This is episode 69. TreyandAlex.com. Log on to our website for past episodes. And of course, we pray that you subscribe to us on YouTube. That's youtube.com/@Trey and Alex. All right, here we go. Number 69. We're getting up there. Yeah. This was a consistent thing. I don't want to bring up old stuff, but we'd be in episode 350 or something.
Yeah, we would. Yeah.
69 is here. So
we're doing the damn best we can.
Yes. So you had an issue or something happening with your job. You had a question about it, and I was like, let's talk about it on the pod.
Yeah. It's not a question. I was just gonna fill you in on what's going on. So my company, they just introduced performance reviews in a different way. They want you to do a self-review, a self-evaluation. Now, we've been in other places where they did this before. I remember that Clear Channel or something like that had to do it before or something like that. But I think I feel a certain way about this, about them asking me to do a self-review.
Okay.
They got different categories. And for my company, the categories are inconsistent, solid, significant, or exceptional. Okay. That's how you can rate yourself in those 4 categories. Now, this is how I feel. Why the hell would I tell you I'm anything other than exceptional?
Exactly.
Why?
Exactly.
So you can pay me less money when it comes race time? Unless I got low self-esteem, who's going to say they're inconsistent? So that's what I'm thinking. If this affects my money, exceptional.
Right.
Now they do ask you to explain a little bit of why you think that. But so I'm down the board exceptional as I am. And I want somebody to sit in a meeting with me and tell me how and why I'm not exceptional.
Right. Why do companies do this? Are they like looking for you to be truthful about your performance or what? Because you can honestly see if I come in to work every day, if I'm a hard worker, if I'm doing this, interacting with employees the right way, I'm meeting deadlines, etc. So are they just trying to see if what we come up with is the same thing you come up with or what?
Sort of. In my company, I know there's been some discussion about how promotions happening and opportunities for promotion and stuff like that. And I feel like from this particular instance, they're just trying to have a little more visibility, have employees involved in the process so they can just see how choices are made or stuff like that. Whatever. I'm exceptional. And if I thought I could have done it better, I would have done it better.
Right.
If I thought there was another way to do it, I'd have done it that way. Yeah. So here you go.
You make sense. Yeah, I'm with you when you're right. Feeling a little nostalgic, right? So I'm up at night. I'm like a night owl. And if you turn it on MTV or VH1 at any given time at night or on the weekend, you're going to get a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air marathon, at night. Maybe it's be a 2-3 hour marathon, maybe 4 or 5 hours of a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air marathon. You turn it on BET at night, you're going to get a late night marathon of Martin. Right. So I had a decision to make the other day. Yeah, I had a decision to make the other day. Fresh Prince or Martin.
Easy.
It made me think about how I watched TV back in the 90s. Which show did I prefer? You had Martin on Thursday nights, and then you had the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air on Monday night. So they weren't competing with each other. So you could, at any point, watch both shows a week and be good. If you had a choice, though, to pick between Martin and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, me, all the time, 100%. I'm going to watch the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Same. Thank you.
Oh, okay. We agree. Okay, cool. Yeah. Good. We agree. Okay. Now, why do I like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air so much? Fresh Prince, in my opinion, took a realistic approach to life. You know what I'm saying? They had very serious episodes that me as a young person could relate to watching TV at the time. the episode when Carlton mistakenly took Will's pills and he ended up like taking speed and he was on drugs for a while. That was something that, you know, could be related to as a teenager growing up. The episode with Ben Vereen, Will's
daddy.
Yes, Lou. Remember
where
that?
You were going. I remember.
How come you don't want me, man? That right there, you know, that touched on a lot of teenagers whose dad just wasn't in the picture for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? Another memorable episode. This was just the episode where Ashley got a recording contract. You remember that when she was a singer? Will was her manager, and I'm trying to think of one more. The Hillary Playboy episode. Do you remember that? She was going back and forth about if she should pose for Playboy, and she ultimately posed for Playboy. Something that stuck out to me in that episode was toward actually at the end, where it revealed that, you know, she took the Playboy picture. It revealed that she, you know, did the centerfold for Playboy, and it showed Will looking at her, and then it cut to Uncle Phil and Will looking at her, and it was like, whoa, they were like aroused by Hillary, and I was like, y'all seeing this?
This is your relative, your daughter, and your cousin. Yeah.
So I know they meant for it to be funny, and I know why they kept it for it to be like the last thing of the episode. Because how could you continue an episode when you're making sexual thoughts or whatever about your daughter? Forget Will. Okay, you're looking at your cousin, but your daughter, Uncle Phil. So yeah, I really prefer the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and it was funny. I can't say that, you know, they touched on serious issues, but the shit was just funny. You saw Martin, you saw Will as a upcoming actor, and saw all this raw talent he had, and they threw the comedic element to it, and you could tell his natural talent just shined through in the episodes of the Fresh Prince. So that's why I prefer Fresh Prince over Martin. How about you?
Good choice. Fresh Prince over Martin any day. Any day. Yeah, in serious subjects, you know, they made good fun of it. Remember when Hillary's fiance died?
Trevor!
Like trying to wasn't he proposing? I think he
will you marry me?
Yeah. Hilarious. So all the things you said, and yes, and.
So Martin kept it goofy and fun the whole time. Like, I didn't necessarily see Martin touch into any serious topics. It was all like character work and you know,
it was all over the top too.
Physical. I wouldn't say over the top, because a lot of people was digging that whole physical comedy thing. You know, that was big, and Martin kind of championed that on this sitcom. That all the physical, like the different characters, him fighting the old lady, and, you know, just him getting physical, and it just that whole element. So you never turned to Martin to get a serious episode. And Martin had, of course, some memorable episodes too. You remember the Brian McKnight episode with Martin and Gina?
Yeah. When they got engaged.
Yes. When Martin got fired from WZUP, he had to go, like, what next? What do I figure out? So that was kind of big. He worked with the country station, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. When his Mama Bird died.
My Mama Bird, yes, they even had a song for when my Mama Bird died. My Mama Bird. The episode when he got beat up by Tommy Hearns, remember his face was like just
huge.
And then I think the most legendary Martin episode was Vernell Hill, Tommy Davidson. Remember that 2-episode special where Vernell Hill was this make-believe superstar, and he went on Martin's show, and he was a Hollywood, like Arsenio, I guess you want to call it. It was like the Arsenio.
And was it? I think so. Is it that when then they went out to LA so he could be on his show, and then he acted like he ain't know him? It's like that's just Hollywood talk. You ain't on my show. Yeah. Like, I don't like you like that. Yeah. Okay, I do remember.
Got a lake out back with catfish all the time. Yeah, that was just my favorite Martin episode. But if I had the choice to pick between the two, I'm rolling with Will. Yeah, I'm rolling with Will.
All day long and twice at night. I've been meaning to talk to you about Survivor. Now, you know I'm a huge Survivor fan.
You were trying to
You
get on
know,
the show back in the day. You were trying to be a contestant on Survivor.
I have tried so many times. I have gotten through pretty far through the process, like really far. One time we interviewed the creator of Survivor, Mark Burnett, when we were doing our morning show in Chicago. I think we even interviewed Jeff Probst. I know one of the things I said in one of those interviews was, who do I got to sleep with to get on Survivor? And I threw the dude, but yeah, I've applied. I still want to be on it. It's like, they've shortened the time frame. I wish it was still the old time frame because I could outstarve anybody, and people be missing their families, crying, and I could play on their emotions and be like, your little baby is gonna forget who you are. They're calling the babysitter mama. I can, do stuff like that. Just make people just cry and want to go home. But anyway, this has been an issue on Survivor for many seasons, and it came up like in the show, and they left it in the show as it was being discussed, like maybe 3 seasons ago, maybe 4. So you will see people get voted out, and then when you get to like the last 10, 11, 12 people, they start to make a jury. So when people get voted out, they don't go home. They go and go sit on this bench, and they get to see the rest of the show play out, and they keep coming to like the little meetings when they vote a next person out. So that's how it goes. And I will tell you, season after season after season, the people they vote out first to sit on that bench are the Black people. All the time. And let me tell you, I'm not paranoid because it came up in the show. And so right now, they're making their jury. I didn't watch last night, but they're making their jury. And 6 people who are sitting on the jury are all Black people. One after another, and they just go sit. So no chance of winning $1 million. And I'm like, so they, just like history, they work off the backs of these people. They get to, make an alliance forever how long. They use them to do the plotting and the scheming and all of this stuff. And then they vote the asses out. So it's just so foul, and it's foul that it's happening again. That I read an article that one of the dudes who just got voted out and sitting there, he is in therapy over how all the Black people keep getting voted out, right at that time to be sitting on the jury.
Let me ask you, has there been a person of color that has advanced to like the final stage? Okay.
There's a chick who won. Her name is Cherie.
Okay.
Yep.
Let me ask you this. How many seasons are there of Survivor? I remember when it started back in 2000, 99 or 2000.
Yep.
And we're in 2025. So they do what, 2 seasons a year?
Yep. So we're 49. I believe we're at season 49 because they're going to bring back some old players for 50. That was the reason I got my passport, by the way. I got a passport in 2000 because I wanted to be on Survivor, and they, you got to go overseas to some jungle island and do some bullshit. Yeah.
So the last Survivor episode, I didn't even know that the show came on. They had this naked dude.
That was season 1.
That just shows you the last time I watched Survivor, and it was like he wanted to be naked or something. What was his deal?
Yeah.
What was his...
Well, first of all, he won, but he was just mind fucking people. He, was just like, he was just messing with people's brains. Because when you're out there and you're not eating, you're not sleeping, you're missing your family, all of this stuff, you're just weird. You're not yourself. You're not thinking the same way. You don't process the same way. So that was one of the things he did to just screw with people, through people's heads. And whatever he did for a living, he wound up going to jail for a little while too, after Survivor. But he was like a strategist or something. So it played right into his like MO of in the business world and stuff. But yeah, he was messing with people.
Yeah. So good luck on your Survivor. Is that still a thing for you, or have that?
And it's on my list, my things to do list to apply for the next round. It's there. I'm applying for that. Batman and I are applying for the Amazing Race, and then I want to be on Squid Game: The Challenge. They turned Squid Game into like
game where you're not being killed, right? You're not.
They kill you. They still kill you. But it's like they kill you. So yeah. So those are my 3 shows that I'm trying to be on.
Oh, mad at the world, Dame Dash is back in the news. If you aren't familiar with who Dame Dash is and what he's been in lately, former co-CEO of Rockefeller back in the day with Jay-Z. You know, now he's a CEO, a businessman. He was in the news earlier this year about becoming the chairman of Revolt, and Revolt's people was like, that's not right, and he's lying or whatever. Anyway, he's been known to give a strong opinion. He was also beefing with 50 Cent earlier this year as well. He was one of 50's victims. Yeah, he's been known to not have a favorable opinion of 50 Cent. Being that this new Diddy documentary just dropped and everybody's throwing their opinion about 50 Cent and why he's, you know, down in this black man, why he's already down. Marlon Wayans just had an opinion about it as well. And Dame Dash had his opinion. And just this is an interview he just did. Let me play a little of this for you.
Reckoning. Did you check it out?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so we know that you were saying that it was not going to come out. So how do you feel that it actually is?
I honestly thought, you know, based on like moral codes and like coming from where like a street ethic, I honestly didn't think that he would ever do that.
Why though?
Because I wouldn't.
That would be the question why he has done.
Because it's just not my job to tell. I'm not a black man that's going to tear another black man down. Let them do that. But also, you know, like if somebody, you know, again, allegedly, it just seems like somebody, you know, violated his baby mother in front of his kid. You know, so yeah, but that's not how we deal with things from where we're from. You know, that's like the back end. Hey, yo, check him on the back end. I know y'all girls, but I'm not answering that. But what I'm saying is,
So basically, as you can see, Dame doesn't necessarily agree with what 50 did either. So you got a lot of people with opinions about that, but I'm staying true to man. 50 found an opportunity to make some money. It's not like he's making up anything that Diddy was accused of. And here we go. All of this stuff is in court documents. You can believe, of course, what you want to believe, but he's a Hollywood producer. He saw a story of a man who committed so many crimes, and he did a documentary on it. Simple as that.
And also, don't underestimate somebody who's got a beef with somebody else and how petty they are or what they feel that they need to do to get back at somebody or whatever. I mean, let everybody live their life. And look, you be mad at 50 and what he did, and 50 is counting his dollars.
Cha-ching.
What Aaliyah dated in the 90s,
do that.
Where would her career be today?
Astronomical. You couldn't even understand where it would have been.
Wow.
What she was lined up to do. She was doing the Matrix. You know, she had a hindsight and a vision. Again, I know I'm the coolest because she loved me. She told me I was the coolest. I gotta be the coolest.
But you dated her after your artist dated her. You don't think
my artist did not. He was trying her. Everybody put their bid in. I'm gonna tell you right now, as a man, I'm never ever wifing a girl that any of my friends smashed. It's not happening.
So why'd you date her?
Because I just told you that. Now you're reading the papers wrong. We all were
if he slept with her, why did you go after her?
I just told you I would never. That should tell you something right there. We were both putting in our bid. None of us had scored. That's how it went. So when we were all trying to get at Aaliyah, everybody, that was Aaliyah.
Yeah.
So it wasn't him. Just because he tried and gave flowers and got denied don't mean I can't try and win. Obviously, that's what I'm saying.
You and Aaliyah dated in the 90s.
Yeah, do that.
Where would her career be today?
All right. So there's that. Apparently, Jay and Aaliyah never dated, according to Dame. Now, I remember being on the radio in the late 90s, 99, and it was a thing about Jay-Z and Aaliyah dating. Now, I don't know if somebody saw them at an event, but that was the thing in the late 90s that Jay and Aaliyah were together. I do remember that. Now, I don't know. I remember hearing that they were together. And
I mean, there was a lot of rumors.
And then I remember thinking that, damn, that's kind of weird. How was Jay with Aaliyah and now Damon Dash is with Aaliyah?
Yeah.
What did you hear? Did you hear that they dated?
Yeah, I mean, I did not hear they dated. I heard that there was a rumor that they may have gone out a couple times, like on dates, but nothing was ever official. They were never a couple. nothing came of it. The connection wasn't there. You know what I mean? You could go on a date with somebody. It's like that didn't go, but let's give it another try. We'll go on a second date, and then it doesn't, nothing pans out. That doesn't mean you were dating.
Yeah. So that's that. Dame says that Jay never smashed Aaliyah.
I believe it. I believe it. All right, so Batman and I have been catching up on movies. They're just dropping them. All these new movies coming out. We got another, so we like watch a movie every night. Last night, we were watching Bad Guys 2. I don't expect you to know what this is. It's the animated movie. So we be watching the animated movies, and we be watching.
Are there penguins in this movie? Am I thinking about the right movie? Penguins?
I mean, I'm sure there was a penguin somewhere. I fell asleep, but the main characters are Mr. Wolf, Mr. Snake, Mr. Piranha, Mr. Shark, and Miss Tarantula. Okay, it's kind of irrelevant, dude, like who the characters are, but these animated movies, don't sleep on them, because they're not just making them for kids anymore. They are making these for adults. The humor in there, the stuff that just goes right over the kids' heads.
Right? Yeah,
but it's because. Remember back in the day when the parents was taking the kids to the movies, they hated their lives. Those parents had to sit through these bullshit, cheesy movies. And so I think as they, grew older and they started getting into the field of whatever, and as these people in the film industry had kids and they had to go to the movies, they was like, no, we got to make some different movies here. So
because Disney was making their movies more adult, kids, but like you said, have little subtle adult references to sex and drugs or whatever.
Yeah. Well, now it ain't subtle anymore, and it's the whole movie. But what struck me about this particular movie that my mouth fell open, my jaw dropped. The opening sequence had music playing in the background. You get, all movies have a score. So there's
wait. Before you tell me, I remember watching a Tom and Jerry movie that just came out, about 3 years ago? Movie started out banging with Trap Called Quest. I'm like, y'all set the tone. Y'all set the tone for the Tom and Jerry movie. Yeah.
Well, in this Bad Guys too, like I said, I fell asleep. So I got to get back at it tonight and see what happened. But it opened up with Cardi B, Wet Ass Pussy.
For a kids movie?
It was in the kids movie. It was in the kids movie.
The dirty version, she's saying.
I didn't hear the P word. I didn't hear, but I was trying to, it might have been they might have done something to edit it around. They might not have said the A word. They might have did, but it was the song. It was the song. Even if they bleeped it, if it just went silent for the WAP part, the W, the A, and the P. Even if it just went silent, it was the song.
Yeah.
It was the song.
So it wasn't the kids bop version, right? Because you know how all explicit songs, there's a kids bop version.
There's a kids bop version of WAP?
No, I'm saying that, kids bop makes versions of explicit songs. So instead of it saying wet ass pussy, keep that something, it'll be well, hell, I have no idea how you can clean that up and make it a kid. Yeah, but they've done some songs like that. I've heard children's classics that this ain't supposed to be a kid song, and y'all done made it.
All right, I'm gonna watch it again tonight, and then I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna go back, I gotta hear it, and I'm gonna hear if it's how they altered the words, how they silenced out some of the words. Okay. But I know that song from anywhere. And I was like, what's happening?
Right.
What is happening right now? So Bad Guys too. Like I said, I can't tell you if it's good or not, but it started off good.
And we end off good. TreyandAlexx.com. Check out our past episodes, and you can tap in with us on YouTube. We need subscribers. Please subscribe. It takes 2 seconds. You see what the scroll says down there. Go ahead and subscribe. It takes 2 seconds out of your life. That's youtube.com/@TreyandAlexx. All right, wrapping it up. I'm Trey the Choklit Jok.
I'm Alexx Dupri.
Have a great one. We'll talk on episode 70. Peace.